Welcome back to the Outer Worlds with the Rude Man. We're in the Captain's Lounge. Well, Captain's Quarters. I guess I wouldn't call it a lounge. It's actually pretty small for such a big ship. But hey, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Looks like Ada can watch us get undressed and stuff. That's not very comforting. I was thinking about Vicar. We've got Vicar in the crew now. We haven't done anything with him, so maybe we should take a look at him and change his stuff here, his behavior. I'm still not sure about the medium thing, but we're going to change him to ranged. And let's see, what's he got here? I gave him a perk. I gave him this hacking perk, which opened up the second thing here. So I did give him a perk. Let's take a look at weapons. He's got a sawed-off shotgun and some kind of a staff. Let me see here if we've got a shot cannon, assault rifle. I thought I had a bigger gun, light machine gun. Let's give him that for now anyway. And then I'll just leave him with whatever that is. What's this? This is 44. That is 86. Yeah, we'll leave him with that. And then armor. His armor already is level 10. Let's see. 4, 6, 10, 9. He's already got... Oh, wait. Heavy armor? Yeah, let's give him that. There we go. All right, so we got to give him a helmet, though. That's 9. That's 9. 16. Yeah, there we go. Right. Sweet. All righty. So this was, we came up from the bottom deck. This was the captain's quarters. And if we go up another stairway here, we'll be at the crew quarters. What the heck is that? Sam? Who's Sam? No response from the automechanical unit. A serial number etched in its chassis includes the letters Sam. Leave it alone. All right. Maybe we can ask Ada about that. Okay, here's a room. Oh, I thought the captain's room was bad. Good Lord. Okay, this has got some plants in it. I wonder if this is... I don't know what this is. The Modern Steel Wrench and You. This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margin. Is this Parvati's room? The poor girl, could she pick this ugly place? Wow. Who's that? A stern older man with warm eyes. Photo of Parvati's father. Oh, poor girl. Doesn't have any family. Or I'm not stealing from her. Well, she's got a workbench. And she's got flowers and I guess it didn't look like a very nice room. Well, this one's clean. They can share this, I guess. I don't think this is any... Oh, this has got a view. Wonder why she didn't take this one. Huh. All right, here's Vicar. Oh, he's got a banner. He put a banner up. The religious symbol on this flag denotes the order of scientific inquiry. Sweet. He's got some books. Doctrinal Studies 539 of Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost a half a century. The margins are filled with scribbles, notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose, the glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. Well-used books. Should know them by heart by now. The Journal of Maximilian de Solo, Volume 1. Okay, likes his privacy. Has his own shorthand, huh? Index of banned literature. That's all the stuff that's banned. I bet he's got all of it, too. This throws his... Oh, nice bookshelf. What's that? Tossball trading cards. Oh, he did say he was into tossball. And the art of science of tossball. He does like his tossball. There's another book on the bed. He's a reader. All right, let's see if we can talk to him.
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Well, nothing really. Like to know something about those that I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently? What does that mean?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
That's odd. Were they not religious?
On the contrary. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Weren't they at least proud of you?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Yeah, sounds like hogwash to me, but what do I know? Any ideas where you're going to find somebody that speaks French?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
All right. A former what? You were going to slip and say something.
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
Well, who am I going to tell it to? Seriously, he's the only guy that can translate French?
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Oh, okay, I get your point. All right, I understand. Point taken.
We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How's that going to help you?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Oh, I got you. How is it that you're such a good hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
All righty. There's another room. This one's at least clean. I still don't understand why she didn't take a clean room. Weird. All right, here's the lounge. We've already been through this. So let's go take a look. And she's working hard.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
Did you learn your trade from your father?
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
Why is it funny? I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
That's crazy. Why would they be unhappy?
Because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewater. When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they began. Not usually. You go straight to your first job, wherever the company's got an opening.
Yeah, that's pretty cruel.
Well, it ain't exactly cruel to have the promise of a paying job. And that's all it is. You go where the company needs you. Where your skills do the most good.
Well, that's what they tell you. But you're actually good at this.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
So you came right back to Edgewater after schooling?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Oh. Did you get much time with him after you got back?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
All right, break's over, I guess. Okay, poor girl. All she had was her dad, and he's gone.
Caution. Unexpected turbulence may cause loose containers to topple from the upper shelves. If you are crushed to death, I'll need to find a new captain.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. All right, I need to get rid of some stuff. Hang on a minute. I'm going to break some stuff down. I'll be right back. Righty. I'm going to take a look at maybe modifying some of these guns. Let's see this Magnum here. That's a bolter. I've got a couple of mods here for guns. This one, let's see, this is the Mag 2 Power, but it changes the, it changes it to a plasma damage. But I've already got a plasma gun, so I think I'm going to take this one and increases the magazine and put it on this Magnum gun that I've got. All right, and then let's go back. Let's take a look at this Tinker business. Let's see. I'm using the assault rifle right at the moment, but I've got that gun. Let me tinker with this. I think tinkering just you're just spending money to make your weapons better. Do you want to tinker the automag pistol? It will cost you 65 bits. Okay, so right now the damage is 39.6. So it's going to add that to it, I guess. Okay, so it's a little better. And if we tinker with it again, it's going to cost a bit more. And it brings it up again. So that's what the tinkering does. You're just spending money to make your weapons better. Let me hit this repair here, and we're going to repair all of our weapons that we're holding. And let me tinker again. And we're using this assault rifle. Let me tinker that a little bit. 54 bits. And 113 bits. And so we'll just improve. That's how that works. We can do the same to armor, I guess, huh? I don't want to spend too much money on it because I'm going to probably get better armor sooner or later. 54 bits. 113 bits. Helmet. Alright, so that's how that works. So I'm assuming we've talked to the crew. We've got some side quests to do. Let's see. I don't need this completed thing up here. I don't have any botched yet. Okay, weapons from the void. We can go to Phineas Science Weapon. I don't know if I'm going to go see Phineas right at the moment. And then we've got the science weapon at Groundbreaker. The Empty Man. Locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. That's for the Vicar. And then the cleaning machine is for Sam. Oh, I didn't ask Ada about Sam, did I? Let's do it.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Do you know anything about that automechanical in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Okay, we can do that. What's this? I'm in the mood for entertainment. Have you got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I suppose you're right.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Oh, that's sweet. What about your last captain? Do you miss him much?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that.
Wasn't your fault.
In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
It wasn't your fault. I mean, he stood underneath the ship that came down and got crushed. Or the pod. Have you had other captains?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
That's kind of odd, the way you put that. I think we should talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
Well, let's see. I'd like to learn more about the colony.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
What? What did I just... I think I hit the wrong key. Play my favorite song?
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Oh, for crying out loud. Tell me a joke?
Two atoms were strolling through Roseway when one of them exclaimed, "I think I lost an electron." "Really?" the other asked. "Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm absolutely positive."
Oh, funny, funny. Science.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Yeah, we've already determined that's not my favorite song. Thanks.
My pleasure, Captain.
That's enough for now.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders.
Can we talk about the colony?
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
How about the professor's orbital lab?
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
Really, why's that?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
Some measure. That sounds about like the professor. What do you know about him anyway?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
Why would you do that? No.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
Well, then why would you bring it up? Silly. Can I ask you about something else? Someone else?
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
All right, well, tell me about the Groundbreaker.
We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
Well, I didn't know anything about that. Is that something you can take care of for me?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
You should be able to handle that, shouldn't you?
You are more than welcome, Captain.
All right. Okay, give me this spiel on the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
Cool, that was quick. Can we talk about something else?
How can I be of assistance?
All right, more about the colony. Does she know any
What
more?
part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Can you tell me about Terra 2?
Where in Terra 2?
That's where we just came from. Oh, no, that's fine.
How can I be of assistance?
All right, more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Okay, now he wants me to go to Monarch. What's that all about?
Where in Monarch?
Stellar Bay?
Ah, Monarch, the armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's Smuggler's Port at Fallbrook.
Ooh. Why is it blockaded? Why is it being blockaded?
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Tell me about this smuggler's port.
It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
All right. Well, maybe that's something else we can find out about. Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
Okay, was there something I missed?
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
There was more to the Monarch one, I think.
Where in Monarch?
Yeah, tell me about Cascadia.
Warning. All colonists are urged to reconsider travel to Cascadia due to infestation of mantisaurs and risk of indefinite detention or death.
Her eyes all bugged out. That sounds dangerous.
This is one of those times where you say one word but really mean another, isn't it? I suppose you would find an environment like this fun.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say fun. Anybody live there besides marauders?
There are no people aside from marauders in Cascadia. There is only death.
Okay, what about the local report?
The local report is that you will very likely die if you leave Cascadia's landing pad.
All right, so it's dangerous. I get it. Well, thanks for the info. All right. I think we're probably ready. So let's look at the navigation terminal. There's Monarch. Okay, there's Monarch. We're here. There's an icon of our ship. This is Terra 2. We got Phineas's lab is here, and the Groundbreaker is our next destination. So let's go to the Groundbreaker. Wow. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land. Now, this thing could have came up when we first opened the map instead of interrupting my landing.
Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Okay, so does that mean we got docked? We're docked? Hey!
Can we talk?
Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
Okay. What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Borston beans? I don't know if I have any. Are you asking to leave my crew already?
Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message.
Ah.
And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you.
Okay, so you just want to learn. That's fair. Sure, we can go see her.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Do you have anything else to say? Oh, no. I don't want her to leave. All right. Let's go. Okay, so evidently we get to choose our party. We've already got Parvati. So let's get the vicar and continue. If I can get him to put that book down. Oh, there's our ship. Oh, hi, Parvati. How you doing? Yeah, there's our ship. Hello?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Well, thank you.
Don't mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
God, I hope so. You telling me that, we're going to burn up? All right.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
You're a grumpy old fart, aren't you? Okay, so, hey, we made it to another... Well, I guess this is a ship, isn't it? Must be a very big ship. All right, I'm going to take a rest before we carry on into this port here. So, I hope to see you in the next episode.